Good morning. This is my new phone. It's 7:30. Now this is what I'm packing out today. Let's take away this feature where I can just. All right, this is what I'm leaving behind. I am leaving behind underquilt, thermarest mattress, my cooking system, these extra cords, my knee wraps. I'm gonna leave my belly thing because it made more room. I organized, so I got my spare glasses now in a side pouch, or any cords I might need or stuff like that. So this stuff, this is the underquilt. I have to have it for cold temperatures. This is the R2 value if I'm sleeping in a shed, or if I'm sleeping in a shelter. This is my cook where I can heat water and stay warm. You know, I can heat water, eat hot food, all that stuff. When the summer comes, I'm not going to need that. I'm going to need an accordion mattress, which is really light. These knee wraps, my knees are, you know, they toughened up, and so we're good to go with them. Now these booties are a little heavy. I'm going to get some lightweight sandals, so I'm not even bringing those. This is going to be more like my summer weight. The only other thing I can do, that's my Cuban tarp. Everything else I need. Only other thing, I can go with a lighter rain jacket, but we're not going to go that far. All right, everything else, that's super light. I need another pair of shorts. Everything else, there's a couple things in here. You know, my toothbrush, my little brush, my toothbrush, and that's it. You know, a little pair of scissors, a little razor to cut on it. I'm not even going to worry about that. We'll leave that here. But this will be my summer weight right here. I've got 1.5 liters of water carrying with me this morning. I'm going to turn this guy on right now. Okay. And let's cut it off and we'll go. All right. I'm going to try something. I'm going to put it on this my pack holder here. And this phone's so big, it fits super snug. This won't close. It just leaves it open like that. But I bought a waterproof cover for this phone at Walmart, and it's completely sealed now. Port and everything. Got a rubber stopper that goes up in it. So this thing, I can literally drop this in the water and it'll survive. I've heard about other hikers having to get new phones because they were over a stream and they didn't have it. They'd been over to get the water, catch the water from the stream, and they didn't have a good secure phone up there, carrier, and it just flopped out into the stream, and that's it, man. They got to make a trip to buy a new phone. So I ain't the only one. I mean, this stuff happens out here. But this one I've got in the Walmarts here. You know, I didn't see none back home, but they got waterproof covers, you know, for that stuff out here. And I got one on this phone now, on this new one. So, all right, let's go. I'm gonna try this. Let's see if I can. All right. See what it does. All right, let's get out of here. I'm looking at everything. We'll come back here in a minute. We will be back. We will be back. We will be back. All right, let's go. Man, this pack is lighter. Man, this pack is so light. It's wonderful. Hotel. Pretty quaint little place. And I can show you, it's right down here from the strip. I'll give you an idea, there's the cable car that goes up the mountain. People pay to ride. Alright. You see a bunch of tourists. Now the Outfitter's right down there where that Jeep is, where that stoplight. Right across the street up to the left, it's right there. So that's where I'm heading now. I'm going to get there good and early. I don't want to miss this shuttle. Alright. Film this creek coming into town. All these little towns, they started somehow or another. They had to have a good water source. I imagine back in the day, this was like a sewer system for them, I guess. Beautiful. All right. Let's do Gatlinburg. All right. Yeah, just gotta remember we're at 1,800 feet right here, and today he'll be dropping us off, and the Kauai is 6,615 feet is the elevation. And so it's kind of nippy right now this morning here. It's going to get up to 80 degrees today, but it'll get up there. It's going to be nice and cool. All right. All right, there's the Outfitter. There's the old Dad stored. I bought some resupply. $5 candy bars. All right.
I tried to do it anyway, but I got like 4 miles. I fell like 24 times.
All right, I'm back on Clingman's Dome, or Kauai Mountain, and I hear the noise of I just walked under you can't see it because it's covered by tree cover, the observation tower up there. And you hear the tourists, they're already here, coming up here. And be glad to get away from all this noise here. Going down, I'm going to climb up to Mount Collins. I'm not going to do a lot of filming. I want to try to see what kind of time I can make with this summer pack on. I've got all my summer gear in the back here. Left everything in the hotel room that's going to be associated with the winter. My underquilt, my thermarest mattress, my thicker water shoes, my all them extra cords I got, that extra phone, all that crap. What else? Yeah, so I am feeling much lighter. I mean, and I've got 1.5 liters of water on here, and food. I got a food pack for a couple of days, for about 2 or 3 days. So it feels really good. This is pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna go back to my sticks. I'm gonna put this down. I'm getting away from the noise now. I'm gonna get down this climb. I'm gonna try to make some tracks. If I can get over there by 12:30, that'd be great. The shuttles pick up at 12:30 and at 3. So if I want to try to make that 12:30 one, if that's possible, I'm gonna keep going. All right, let's go. I'm gonna see how to film like this and that case sticking out. But this pack is so much lighter without that stuff. I got like 3 days of food and 1.5 liters of water. And boy, it makes a difference. Oh, this is gonna spoil me. I'm gonna get up this Mount Collins climb. But we'll look in about 30 minutes and see what kind of time I'm making. But if I top out on Mount Collins, I need to get this climb. I don't know if I'm gonna have about, I don't know, 10:30 if I got 4.5 miles to go. Then, but I don't think I'm gonna get there. It's not easy I'd have to maintain pretty close to a 3 mile an hour pace up here, and it's almost impossible to do that. So I don't even know why I'm even trying. I Probably I'll just slow it down. It's hard. I don't know. I got some steep climbing to do. It's just, this trail's so rugged. You gotta go here and there, down here, up here, off this boulder here. Alright. Alright, let me cut this thing off. These are all the blackberries all around. All these are blackberries bushes. They're budding out. Look at little buds on them. And this is what the Cherokee called this place the land of the mulberry bushes. Is what that Kahui means. And that's why they changed the names back to the original name. Alright, and that's the proper name, I guess, because this is the land of the berries there. Alright, let's go. Alright. Alright, I just slowed down. There's no use speeding up now. Thought about pinching off a load over here, but I think I can wait. I was having a business meeting, but I think I'm going to just go on to Mount Collins Shelter. It's 1.4 miles from here, so I got to climb. And then, but at any rate, it's 2 hours for the midday shuttle. And according to my GPS, I've got 6 miles to go. I've only traveled a little less than 2 miles in the last hour. Well, I had to climb up the Kahui Road first. That Kahui Observation Road first, and then get off on the trail. So, but still, if I had 5 miles to do in 2 hours in this terrain, yeah, because I got to climb, and even going up that climb real fast, I could do it, 2 miles an hour. And maybe on the backside, there's going to be a lot of rocks. And I think there's that path coming up the Newfound Gap from there does open up a little bit, kind of like this right here. And I can make like 3 miles an hour for a while, but it's not. It would be. I'd literally have to run. I'm not going to do that. So, looking pretty good here. I'm going to take my time. It's going to be the 3 o'clock shuttle, or I'm going to have to catch a ride when I get to Newfound Gap. So getting back, it's going to be late getting back somehow, but I'll take my time. I'm just going to do some filming, and I'll get this out tonight. So it's pretty neat on this new camera. All I got to do is push this button. The other one had to shoot a separate video to do that. This one just turns it right around, which is pretty good. Now the road right there is Kahui Road, which is the old Klingman Dome road I'm down here going alongside of now. And it follows the road down a ways. And I thought Newfound Gap was closer, but I guess not. I can't believe it's 6 miles. No, I know what it is. This trail's going to go over, and I'm going to have to climb another mountain, Mount Collins. That's what it is here, another mile. I've got a mile to Mount Collins. All right. Well, no hurry now. Let's go to the Mount Collins. And that's never been there to that privy. It's like a 0.4 mile side trail. It's got a privy, so I think I'll go out there and check it out. And maybe get a little something to eat. Maybe I'll make some soup or something. All right, later. Yeah, flip it around here. Well, I just checked my my time on the transponder, and it's almost 11:30, and I still got a little less than 5 miles to go. Whew! I thought I was making good time coming up that mountain. I'm not sure if this GPS on this thing is exactly right, because I was moving, man. Then it's hard to tell, I was climbing, but I feel really good. And so we're just going to take our time. We'll get there when we get there. The good news is, there is a 3 o'clock shuttle, and I think the midday shuttle is the busy one. All these hikers are trying to get there by midday, coming out of the backcountry. And the morning and the evening shuttle, I don't think there's as many hikers, so it shouldn't be a problem. So the 3 o'clock shuttle is really not that far away because it's 12:30. I mean, it's only 2.5 hours late. So 3, so I'm not going to have to wait there long. And maybe I'll get a ride before the shuttle shows up, so we'll see. But at any rate, I'm just going to take my time now and just cruise on down this nice, beautiful little scenic trail. It's like a wonderland. You get a view every once in a while for a little bit. And now I'm going through this spruce forest, man, this evergreen spruce forest. And it's pretty awesome. All right, let's turn it down. Okay. We ain't going that way. We're going this way. Kahui is that way. We're going to Newfound Gap, 4.5 miles that way. Won't be able to do that in an hour. Nope, that shuttle comes in an hour from now. I don't even know if I could run it that fast. Yeah, I guess I could if I didn't have this pack on. But I wouldn't run it because I don't want to damage my knee. Well, my knee's damaged. It's got osteoporosis, and I don't want to speed it up. If I run this thing, my knee would be the size of a softball probably. Arthritis would flare up so much. It's fine right now. As long as I keep this pace right here, I'm good. All right, which it's not slow. I am not slow. All right, there we go. I get to any views, I'll click it on. Yeah, you gotta remember when I shoot these segments of trail, this is the easy part. I just did probably an 800-foot climb up Mount Collins, I think it was, and I'm guessing because of you. But this pack without the winter gear in it it's like a feather on my back. It's hard to explain. You know, instead of hauling 26 pounds, I'm hauling like 20 pounds, 19 or 20 pounds. And it's just that 5 or 6 pounds makes such a big difference. And I'm gonna be spoiled. And I feel like I could just hike like this. I mean, that climb was amazing. And she's on those climbs like that, I'm just trudging at the end. I mean, I maintained probably 1.5 miles going uphill, never stopped. Started breaking a sweat, did not have to strip down. Usually got to strip down, you get to the top, put on the rain gear, you know, just to keep, when you got to just let the sweat dry off and then pack the rain gear and start hiking down. I mean, it's amazing the difference between, I'm in much better shape, and then the difference between 5-6 pounds on your doggone back there. And of course, I'm only hauling, I'm hauling I was hauling 1.5 liters water. That's quite a bit of water. And there's climbs where I've done with just 0.5 liter because I knew there was a good source on the other side. So I mean, that's another 5 pounds or 3 pounds I could be without, you know, even on a tough climb. So I don't know. I think the more I'm looking at this, more I'm thinking I might be able to get this through hiking. I might be able to do this. So I'll definitely be able to turn more miles when I turn this winter gear back. I just got to keep on this trail and just keep on. All right, we're heading on to Newfound Gap. I didn't think there's much of a climb here to go. Hog fence just keeps the wild hogs out. That's a wild hog rut. Them hogs run this trail. That fence goes on down the hill. Let's see. Alright, we gotta climb. Better make sure I'm still on. All right, I can get the video out again. This terrain is somewhat difficult. You got to go up and down rocks, climbs right here at the end. But just give you an idea. It's 1:30. There's only 7.5 miles I need to do. And I got all Kohiwi at a little after 9 o'clock this morning. So it's been 4.5 hours. I'm pretty close. I mean, I'm probably within a half a mile, but that shuttle's going to be, that last shuttle's due up there in an hour and a half. As long as I don't twist an ankle or something like that, I'll make it. But man, all right, I've been hiking down for a while. All right, here we go. Yeah, I hear cars up there. You know, coming up the pass. That's the road down from Wohee, Wohee. That's the coming up over the pass over there. There's the cars. Yeah, okay. Oh, we're gonna pop up here. Shit. Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. Van has dropped me off out in front of the outfitter. Head down here. I'm gonna go across the street right there to that old dad's place and get me a pulled pork sandwich. Got me some milk. How much is this? $3. $3. How much is this stuff? Each one of these is $1.29. $1.29. How much is hamburger? How much hamburger? It ain't got a price tag. These scare me. You don't tell me how much they cost. I got beer. I need a couple of them. Just on cue, right after, it's Sunday afternoon now, and all the tourists are gone. All the prices are going to drop. There's no more crowd. I went in there, no problem, getting a pulled pork sandwich and french fries at a better price. I'm telling you, they jack everything up for the tourists on the weekends. I heard a guy tell me about this. You got to be careful about hiking through places on a weekend. This is one of them. I mean, look, there ain't nobody out there. There ain't nobody in there. And then come to find out, could have got him. I could have got a room for like $60 a night. All I had to do is wait for the weekend to get over. But you know, that's the way it goes. Alright, here we go. We're gonna get in there and get this video done. And I like the way this thing switches around. Coming up. Alright. Alright, it's a little after 5. I got back and got that hiker support man at 3 o'clock. And there was actually some trail magic going on there at the cap. It was some church ladies and the group was a widows group, and they do a trip every year. They come from Nashville, and they do a trip every year out here to Newfound Gap for one weekend and give trail magic to the thru hikers coming through. And I got a little bag that's got all kinds of stuff in it to cook. So I got my resupply set. The hot springs now. I don't have to spend any more money on $5. I got everything I need. I got plenty of food. I stopped when I got out of the van across the street and got me a barbecue sandwich, pulled pork barbecue sandwich, some French fries, half a gallon of chocolate milk, and some piece of big old blueberry bud. I got other stuff I can eat on. I'm done, man. I'm gonna take a shower. It's probably coming on 6 o'clock now, and I'm gonna be over there early. And in the morning, I'm gonna catch that same van, right, Newfound Gap. Nice, beautiful drive up. It starts at 1,800 feet right here in Gatlinburg, 1,800 feet above sea level, and we go on up to almost about 5,000 feet above sea level at the top of that gap. And then I'm going to hike to about 6,500 feet above sea level from there, something like that. Get up there to the Charles Bunyan, and then on, and I'll be on my way there. That's past the range of the day hikers and everything. And we'll get this last half. Only thing I don't know now that I'm all the way to the gap, I don't know whether I'm going to shoot for a tri-counter knob like I usually do, or shoot for Peck's Corner. So a tri-counter knob, I can knock it out in 2 days. Peck's Corner is a place I've never been before. And last 2 times I went through the back half of the Smokies, I always made it tri-counter knob and then knocked it completely out in 2 days. But I want to do it a little different this time. I want to hit Peck's Corner, and then Crosby Knob or the Cameron Tower, somewhere around there, Davenport Gat Shelter, somewhere around there. And then I'll be right on the end of it on the second night, and then I'll be real close to Standing Bear. Whether going to Standing Bear, depending on where, if it's Crosby Knob and Standing Bear, it's like 10 miles, I think. So that might be all right. And then might stay in that Standing Bear. But who knows? Well, I'll figure it out. Now I turned on the flyby. The flyby app's working. I turned it on, and you won't see when it goes out. I turn it on until I got up there to the gap, so you ain't gonna see it coming from town. But I kept it on. I think I turned it off when I got back here, I believe. So it ought to fly the whole thing. But yeah, I did. That lighter pack really worked. That's going to be my summer weight. That's what I wanted to try. And that was pretty tough terrain out there. A lot of descent today. I hiked about a little over, almost 7.5 miles. And I did it in 4 hours. A little more than 4 hours. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 1:30. Right at a little more than 4 hours. Not much over 4 hours. That's not bad for that terrain. If just under 2 miles an hour up there is through rocks and straight up climbs, and then coming down, it's just the stuff coming down on the steep part. That's rocking 2 miles an hour. That means down there in the bottom, or wherever I get a chance, I'm at least going 3 miles an hour when I'm humping along, you know. So okay, let's get this. I'm gonna get this thing sent out. All right.